Imagine this. You're at your desk, working hard, and you get up to use the restroom. A perfectly normal human thing to do. But when you return, your boss calls you into their office, a strange look on their face, and says, "You were gone for 12 minutes. Is everything all right?" Not out of genuine concern, but because they were timing you. Think it can't happen? Think again. Welcome to Work Advocate Storytime, where we expose real and often unbelievable stories about toxic workplaces and how you can thrive past them. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of extreme micromanagement with a story from Sarah, a member of our Work Advocate community. What she endured goes beyond just an intense boss. This is a story about control, not the Janet Jackson kind, but about anxiety and about a workplace that felt more like a prison. If you've ever felt like your boss was watching your every move, you're about to hear how much worse it can truly get. Sarah's story, as she shared it, began with so much hope. She'd just landed a role at a marketing company that seemed vibrant and promising. The interviews were great, the team appeared friendly, and the work itself was exactly what she was passionate about, creative and challenging. Her manager, a man named David, came across as incredibly knowledgeable. A little intense, maybe, but Sarah chalked that up to passion for the job, a misjudgment that would soon become terrifyingly clear. The first few weeks were standard. Onboarding, learning systems, the usual. David checked in often, initially making Sarah feel supported. Just ensuring you have what you need, he'd say. How quickly that supportive check-in would morph into something else entirely. The first jarring note was the daily debrief. Every single day at 4:45 p.m. sharp, David demanded a minute-by-minute account of Sarah's entire workday. Not just project updates, but justifications for every email, every call, even the fonts she chose. It felt less like a report and more like an interrogation. Then came the email surveillance. David insisted on being CC'd on everything, and he didn't just read them, he'd critique them endlessly. Her tone, her phrasing, her urgency. Sarah started spending more time agonizing over emails than doing the actual work. His suggestions on her workflow became rigid directives, dictating how she organized her files, what tasks she did, and for how long. Her autonomy, her creativity, crushed under the weight of his constant oversight. She was so focused on doing things his way to avoid criticism that her own professional judgment began to vanish. But nothing could have prepared Sarah for the day David took his obsession with control to a level that still makes her shudder. The infamous bathroom break incident. The office layout was such that David could easily see the hallway leading to the restrooms. One afternoon, Sarah got up and went. A normal, unremarkable trip. When she returned to her desk, maybe 5, perhaps 7 minutes later, David immediately summoned her. He had that strange look on his face, a mix of feigned concern and pointed accusation. "Sarah," he began, "you were gone for 12 minutes. Is everything all right?" Sarah was stunned. Was he actually timing her? She tried to keep her composure. "Oh, just a bathroom break, David, all good." But David wasn't done. He proceeded to inform her that extended breaks outside of the official lunch hour needed to be monitored for productivity purposes. Sarah is convinced she saw a stopwatch app open on his phone. He then suggested that if she needed longer than average bathroom breaks, she should perhaps manage her time better during her core working hours. Humiliated, angry, speechless. Sarah just mumbled an okay and walked back to her desk, her face burning. From that day on, she actually started drinking less water to avoid his scrutiny. Her basic human needs were now subject to her manager's tyrannical control. She felt trapped, her confidence shattered, dreading every single day. Sarah was at her breaking point, feeling powerless. Before you find out how Sarah's story eventually concludes, let's talk about how it could have been different with better information. When you're caught in a situation this extreme, knowing your rights and having strategies is crucial. A simple guide like the Workplace Defender could have shown Sarah how to clearly identify toxic micromanagement. Then, she would have recognized that David's actions weren't just intense, but a pattern of abusive control. She would have also known how to document what was happening so that she had undeniable proof to share with HR or her own legal team. Most importantly, she would have had the tools to set boundaries successfully. There are specific professional ways to respond to unreasonable demands even with a difficult manager like David. Knowing what to do when you are in a tough situation comes from having the tools to win. When you feel like your every move is being scrutinized and controlled, it's easy to feel alone and out of options. If you are stuck in a bad situation at work and need to understand your options, the Workplace Defender is linked below. But now, back to Sarah's story. After the bathroom incident, Sarah's morale plummeted. The joy for her dream job was gone, replaced by constant anxiety. Ironically, her productivity suffered under the immense stress. She tried confiding in a senior colleague, but the advice was disheartening. That's just David. Keep your head down or find something else. HR, being a single person close to management, felt like an unsafe road. So this isn't a story with a triumphant confrontation. Sarah endured 6 more agonizing months, her confidence in tatters, before she finally managed to find another job. She escaped her dream job, feeling drained and with a deep distrust that took a long time to heal. It was a harsh ending to what started with so much promise, a stark lesson in how destructive unchecked micromanagement can be. Sarah's story, shared from our work advocate community, is a powerful warning. Having a controlling boss is never okay. What did you think Sarah should have done differently? What would you have done? Share your thoughts and your own experiences with workplace micromanagement in the comments below. Your story could help someone else feel less alone. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Work Advocate Storytime for more real workplace stories to help you win at work. Also, ring that notification bell so you don't miss what we uncover next. If you want to hear another gripping story, make sure to click on our next video. Need help navigating your own tough work situation? Check out the link in the description for the Workplace Defender. We've got your back. You deserve a workplace where you're treated with respect, not suspicion. We are your work advocate. See you next time.